asked me if I'd write her a song, so I wrote her a song for her awesome show. Her show is cool and it's lots of fun, so get your popcorn ready, everyone.
Hi, welcome to the Awesome Ashley Show. Today I have Paul Hunt. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good, Ashley. It's nice to be back.
I know he hasn't been in a year. It's been a year since I've interviewed
Over a
you.
year, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
It would have been a year in April, if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yes.
But lots happened since then.
I see that. You're on 99.9 The Wolf
I
in the
still
morning.
am. Yeah, they still haven't fired me. I don't know if that was a mistake yet or not. It's going well for us, though. Our station just went #1 country.
That's awesome.
Which
Great.
is awesome, which I'm super proud of. And we're having a blast. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now. We're doing free concerts now. We have Parmalee coming to Lewis and Auburn on the 30th. And then we're actually bringing, you know who Jake Owen is?
I have no idea
No,
who Jake
that's
Owen
okay.
is.
Not everybody does. Jake Owen, he sings a song called Good Company. It's his big song right now, and he is going to be at the Main State Pier on the 22nd of September, and we are presenting that show. So
Awesome.
I'm going to get to high-five Jake Owen
That's
and
awesome.
tell him a lame joke. I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
I met Andy Grimmer last September.
Oh, nice.
There. So,
At the pier. I've
yes.
seen those pictures.
Yes.
I see a lot of wacky pictures on your Facebook page. It's like Ashley's always up to something when I'm on Facebook. Like you have friends on Facebook who are complainers. I have those complainer friends on Facebook. I'm like, oh, complainer, political post, complainer. Oh, Ashley's surfing now. That's that's what my Facebook feed looks like.
Yep. So I've been doing a lot this summer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw maybe they dumped you in the water on purpose. Is
Yeah.
that
Yep.
that was a conspiracy theory that I heard on the way in?
Yep.
Is it true?
Yes.
Oh, so it's not a theory anymore.
Nope. It's
Okay.
true.
We're not. I'm getting a shh from the side. We're not supposed to mention who did that, are we? No. Okay, we won't. Next question, Ashley.
What have you been doing this summer?
So-
I saw you went on vacation.
Yes, I did. I went on vacation. I went to Jamaica for the first time. And Jamaica is crazy. It's awesome. I did so much cool stuff. We went to a place called The Caves, which is like right off the west coast, just below Negril. I don't know, it probably doesn't mean anything. I just found out about what these places myself. And it's sort of like a natural caves that you can actually jump into the water, and you can swim right there next to where you're staying.
That's cool.
Yeah, so and on certain nights they do a cave dinner, which is romantic.
You get to eat in the cave?
You get to eat in the cave, which sounds great. It sounds and looks like The Bachelorette. It's
Okay.
just like that, right? Until you get in there and you hear this noise, this little like clicky click 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 click. And I had to use my phone to find a crab that was about this big, about the size of a small dinner plate, just kind of like hanging out in the cave, which is probably like his home most of the time. But I had other plans. So that's where I proposed to my girlfriend, and I am now engaged.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think the worst part is that when you're the guy, you have to buy the ring, and I have no ring to show for myself. And I think it would be maybe a little, I don't know, a little weird if I bought myself an engagement ring to show, right? Like, oh, hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm engaged. That would be weird, right? I could have asked you about jewelry. You've got some bling. I should have asked your taste in rings. I needed some help. I'm trying to plan it out secretly. Like Ashley's rings, you look like you robbed a pirate's treasure chest. Like you got some mad bling going on there.
Yep, I do. But they're all from my grandparents. And my grandparents joke and say, next one's the man's ring. So
The man's ring.
I was like, okay.
all right, deal. So you're holding off. You got
I'm
the
holding it
purple.
off.
You got the.
I got the purple.
blue.
I got the blue one. I actually got to design this one myself. Like,
Oh,
I pick out
cool.
the stone.
It's big enough that if you needed to punch a bear, you could do some damage. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I got sick last year, right?
Yeah.
And the worst part for me, the whole entire thing, they had to cut my ring off. Like literally cut it off.
Oh man.
It's like so sad.
Like they probably needed the jaws of life. It was so big, right?
And I was so sad, and that was the only thing I was worried about the whole time.
Just the ring. The ring was the only priority.
I was
That's
like,
okay.
when am I gonna get my ring back?
I respect that. You know where your ladder of priorities lists. All right.
So then I finally got it back. So it's all good. They're all back. So I hear this music roundup thing you do every week.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you just come up with songs?
Well, I don't really come up with, I cover songs, really. So the weekly musical roundup is every week I take my guitar and I cover a country song, but I redo the words. So there's a song right now, a really popular one called My Girl, which is a country song. You know, and so the last one I did, I covered that, but it was My Squirrel.
Okay, yeah, I saw
Which is
that
about
one.
an imaginary pet squirrel.
You had to do that one before you went on vacation.
Yeah, that was the one I did like last minute.
Because they do Facebook Live too.
Yeah, it's Facebook Live every week.
Yeah,
And
so I watch every single one.
You catch the live ones?
Yep.
Oh, awesome, cool. I don't think anyone watches those, but I got at least one person.
do.
That's good. But those are a lot of fun because I just get to sort of make fun of the song, and that's the way my brain works. Like I sort of just make fun of everything in the world. So when I hear a song and I'm hearing My Girl, I'm just thinking, my squirrel, and in my head, and then I just go home and do it. And I've gotten better at it, so I can do it pretty quickly now.
And then there's a video of you and your son.
Yes.
I watched it 10 times. It's like this joke one.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm going to try to repeat the joke because I don't. It's a funny joke. But so the funny part is he doesn't get the joke completely.
That's the funny part.
So the joke is that there's this dad teaching these two kids about planets, and he points to a certain planet and says that is Uranus, and then the other kid raises his hand and says, well, wait, where's my anus? And Hayden thinks it's funny because the kids don't understand planets. And I asked him, well, what is an anus? And he said to me, I don't know, but it's funny anyway. So it's funny to me that he tells that joke and doesn't get the double entendre going on there.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah,
I watched it like 5 million times already.
Yeah, it was a great little video. Well, he had just told me that joke, and I was like, oh man, you have got to tell my phone this joke. I got to share this. So I'm glad I did because it totally worked out.
Yeah, it's like a hit on Facebook.
Yeah, it was a lot of views.
Do you do a lot of Facebook Live? See, I don't do a lot of Facebook Live.
No,
it's hard.
I don't do it for myself.
It's hard to talk to myself.
Yeah, that's weird. That's just a little self-important.
Like on here, at least I have someone to interview, so it's not like I'm talking to myself.
This is a conversation where, like, when you're just Facebook Live, it's always. And when you ever look down at your phone, you're making the worst face possible every single time. Like my Facebook Lives, if I did them for myself, I'd look like every single time. I'd be all squishy faced, and it wouldn't go well. We do them for the station for the morning show, but that's about the only time I do them.
Do you do them for the morning show and the roundup thing, the roundup song, or do you just do them for the roundup song?
Mostly now it's for the roundup song every week. That's the only scheduled one. But sometimes if something weird's going on in the station, we'll put one up. But I feel like a lot of radio stations just put up videos sort of
just
for
randomly,
no reason.
yeah.
And they kind of lose their charm. So our whole philosophy on it is we're not going to show you a dumb video every day because everyone knows what a radio station looks like, right? At this point. So what we'll do is if something weird's happening or if we have a special guest or something funny, like maybe we're doing a competition between me and Rick or me and Michelle, then we'll put it up. But other than that, only on the Fridays.
Well, I saw that, I don't know if I'm correct on this, but somebody bought donuts and Michelle wanted a donut or something.
Yeah, let me tell you about Michelle's donut problem. My coworker Michelle thinks that it is okay to cut up slivers of donut out of a whole So when someone brings in donuts, right, they bring like a dozen donuts. So she'll take a 20% slice out of like 4 donuts and make herself a mixed plate. And I always have to tell her, Michelle, if we wanted munchkins, we would have gotten munchkins, right?
Yeah.
Stop taking a chunk out of my donut because I want a whole donut. Like,
I always thought that was funny. Like,
yeah, it's a weird thing. I just think it's a weird thing to do. It's selfish for one, and two, I don't think that there's anyone like waiting around going, "Geez, I hope there's 70% of a donut left over." That guy doesn't exist.
But I just think it's so funny. It's like it's her thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing that Michelle does. We make fun of her a lot for that.
I see that. Well, besides the radio, you also do comedy. Do you still do comedy?
I'm doing stand-up tonight in Westbrook. So I mean, like I have a lot of comedy going on still. I don't do as much stand-up comedy because I get up early in the morning, so it's hard on like tonight's a Thursday night, and I think I go on stage at 8. And that's going to be a late night for me.
And then you have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, I got to get up at 3 in the morning tomorrow. So it's a weird, and I still have to practice my song for tomorrow, which I haven't written yet, by the way. Yeah, so I'm on a crunch for that right now. But
You should do a Luke Bryan song just for me.
a Luke Bryan
I
song?
love Luke
Do you have a
Bryan.
specific Luke Bryan song?
The shake it off or whatever that one is.
That's a Taylor Swift song.
No,
I
no,
think.
no, but it's no. He shakes his tail. I don't know, but there is one where he shakes his butt. Like
I feel like he does that in every song. I
Yeah.
feel like Luke Bryan puts on a pair of jeans that are a little
I
too
just
tight
can't, I just
and
can't
just
think
goes
of the
nuts.
song though. But it's like the most popular one. But
Shake It For Me?
yes, thank
Yes,
you.
okay.
Thank you.
I know a few Luke
I
Bryan
knew
songs.
I
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
it
yeah.
was something shaking.
Yeah. Shake It For Me. I can probably do that. So the thing is like, I'm not very good at guitar. Like, I can sing if I need to, but I know maybe 8 guitar chords total, so I have to find songs that work for me. Like, if you like Johnny Cash, if you're a fan of Johnny Cash at all of his songs are the same 3 chords.
Well, see, that makes it easy for you.
Yeah, that's why I love doing Johnny Cash songs. Also, I like Johnny Cash, so that works too. But we'll see what I can do for Shake It For Me. We'll see if I can get a Luke Bryan in
Yep,
there.
Luke
Do you
Bryan.
think that Luke Bryan sounds a little bit like Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, like, so what if I did Shake It For Me, but like all in Kermit the Frog voice?
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of funny. I feel like anytime you cover a Luke Bryan song, you sort of need to do Kermit the Frog's voice to sound accurate.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big Luke Bryan fan. So,
Aren't we all, really?
how do people win the free concert tickets on the radio station? Like, do they just call up?
Tickets for which like our
The
free
free
our
concerts.
free show?
Yeah.
There's no tickets. It's a free show.
That's
you just
cool.
show up. That's the best part, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. So the one on August 30th will be at the Androscoggin Bank Coliseum, which is in Lewiston. The only thing that you might have to pay for, there's off-street parking, but if you want to park right there in the parking lot,
Yep.
it's like $5.
That's not bad.
Which is you're gonna have to pay that anyway for a regular show.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And it's completely free to get in. You just got to be in line. It's really that easy. You get in, and I don't know if you're interested, Ashley, but they are selling adult beverages inside. Yes. So I think that goes very well with a country show.
Yes, it does.
Adult beverages, which should normally, be a nice pairing. I'm expecting it to be a nice pairing in Lewiston as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I remember when I went, it was like a total surprise. Like, I had people were singing. Like, I know this isn't country, but people were singing his songs. I'm like, something's going on. Like, it was a big surprise. And my grandma had to wait for Mark to get there because Mark, got the tickets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they said you're gonna meet Gavin McGraw, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what? I don't know Gavin McGraw. Like, I know Gavin McGraw, but I'm like,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I went, to where Andy Grammer was. I'm like, oh my God, I'm meeting Andy Grammer. I can't believe it's coming true. Like, it was so awesome.
That is super cool. Right there on the pier, right?
Yep, and I was like right up front the whole time. So it was
Nice.
cool.
That was Mark Curto.
Yes.
He's an awesome guy. Mark's a super cool guy. Actually, right before I got into radio, I had a job offer, and Mark's the person I talked to. I talked to him briefly. I saw him on the street. I was like, listen, man, I got an offer to be on the radio. And he's like, and he was super cool about it, like Mark always is.
Yeah.
So it's awesome that he hooked you up with
He's
him.
awesome, yeah.
He's a great guy.
He knew that I was a big fan, like the biggest fan. So it was cool.
Classic Mark.
Yes. And now Andy's not on tour because he just had a baby. So
Oh, so you got in perfect
I
timing.
got in
then.
perfect
Yeah. That was meant to be, Ashley.
Yeah.
That was destiny, really.
is there any songs that you like besides country? I mean, you probably listen to country
Other music, yeah.
all the time that you're like, I don't want to listen to country while I'm out.
You know what? I don't ever dislike country because I hear it all the time. I think I hear more country than I would have normally. I don't like, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't like every country song. Like, I don't like them all. Like, when you're on the radio, you have to be positive about everyone's music.
Yeah.
But everyone's got a selective taste, a personal choice. So, like, there are definitely some songs that I'm just like, ugh, I really wish this one wasn't playing. And then I will change the music to something else. I listen to a lot of rap.
Oh, really?
Randomly, yeah. I listen to a lot of rap, a lot of punk rock, a lot of grunge rock, 90s stuff from when I was growing up, and a lot of everything in between. I don't really, and actually lately a lot of reggae because I went to Jamaica, and I don't like reggae. Like, hate reggae, but I like it now that I heard it for a week straight.
Is it just because you went to?
It's just because I went to Jamaica. Like, when you see people play music live, I really like to do that because I think you have a better appreciation for the music. And I'd never seen steel drums live, and they had it at dinner one night, and it's just super cool. So I've been listening to a little bit more reggae too. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What does your son listen to for music?
My son is a pop music fan because I think, well, pop and some country. He knows a lot of country songs, but his favorite song is Gundam Style.
Oh my God.
I know it from like 2011, and that's his favorite song to this day. He doesn't know any of the words, but let's be honest, none of us do, right?
No
one knows the words. So if I randomly, I have an old burnt CD and I'll crank that for him, but I don't listen to that. But he really likes pop music. I think a lot of us like pop music, yeah.
Taylor Swift has gone to country pop. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what she wants to do.
I think she is just pop now. I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago you'd have seen her in country a little bit still, but she is. I think in terms of country fans, they consider her to be pop too, which is fine. I think that she's younger. That's what she wants to do. She had some good. You ever heard of Big Machine?
No.
Big Machine is her record label. And the agents, the music reps, the people that travel with the bands,
Yep.
They will call it the house that Taylor built because
really?
she was so successful early on in her country career that it built this massive record label, and now it's one of the biggest ones.
That's crazy.
It's really cool.
What's your favorite part about doing a morning show on the radio?
My favorite part is that work is over before lunchtime. Like before everyone else's lunchtime. So I have a chunk of every day that's sort of by myself. That's like alone time. I can like take a nap, which I love, naps. And that's probably my favorite thing about it, yeah.
What's the hardest part about being a DJ?
The hardest part is not talking on the radio in front of people. I don't care who tells you that. It's not. It's getting up in the morning every single day. It's looking at your alarm.
You have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, it's looking at your alarm at 3 a.m. and going, I'm excited. It's hard. Talking on the air is easy because I'm a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
So like I'm
So
used
for you,
to a
it's
live
even
audience.
double easy because you have a live audience when you do comedy.
Yeah. I like a live audience because you have a sense of how you're doing, As far as I know, every morning, no one's listening because I can't see anybody. But then you look at the numbers and there's like 70,000 people listening all over the place. So that could be scary, but you don't think about it.
No. See, because I've been on both sides of the coin because I've been on the radio with Mark. So I'm like, because the first time I did the Markathon, he just put the mic in front of me. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Like,
and then you find it's actually pretty easy, right? If you just let yourself do it. I mean, plus you're the host of your own TV show. That I've never done. But I think for you, it's especially easy. But it's really not that hard. I think people overthink things sometimes.
Because I'm like, okay, what do I do? Like, so then he was asking questions. I'm like, oh, that was easier than I thought.
Way easy. You're just answering questions.
So,
That's
that
cool.
was really cool. But how do you come up with jokes for your comedy show? Because obviously you have to make sure they're a little clean, or does it depend on...
For the radio?
For the radio and for the comedy show.
Comedy shows, I have a lot of leeway. Comedy shows can be, sky's the limit at some of them. And some of them, they're very selective. They're like, okay, this is like maybe a corporate show. So it's for a company. So it's middle of the day and HR is going to be there. So you got to be careful. But sometimes it's just whatever I want to do. Now on the radio, there's extra rules. There's rules that like, I can't say a lot of different words or mention a lot of different things. And we also don't get political on the air, ever, because no one ever wins. I feel like if you want to be political, just open Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And go nuts there. No one needs that again on the radio. So we don't push it either way. But what I do is when I'm on the air, I think about being in like a car with a family. Right? With the whole family. Yeah. The whole family. You got the infant, the 7-year-old, the teenager, the mom, the dad. And I try to think, what can I get away with in the car with the family? So sometimes if I make an adult joke, I'll do it in a way that
the kids will understand?
That the kids will not understand because I'm shooting for the parents,
Yep.
So it's a lot of double meaning stuff. But that's getting easier. I am always super nervous about that though, because when you're used to being on a stage and saying what you want, it's weird to have to kind of like filter yourself every day, which is what I do.
When did you start When did you start your radio show? Like, how did you know that radio was your type of thing
I
to do?
did not know, Ashley. I had no idea. I did not ask to be on the radio. I never would have applied in a million years. I never thought I was qualified. And to be fair, I'm probably still not. But what happened with me is I did a stand-up show. So that's what I'm comfortable with.
Yep.
And they sort of explained it to me like, we want you on a morning show, but we need you as sort of the comedic relief for the most part.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I know enough about country music. And they said, don't worry about that. Just be yourself and be funny. And that has taken a little while, but we have a really good dynamic on the show right now.
Yeah,
and it's easy.
It seems like you guys are like family.
Yeah. Oh, and
For you.
And you know what? And there's a funnier version of the show sometimes between breaks. Like when we're off air, we're like joking around. And I wish sometimes that we could show that too, but some of that's a little inappropriate, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to be careful of what you say.
Yeah, and you never want to offend anybody, and we're really comfortable with each other. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of jokes on air that are a little bit different than the ones off air.
That's cool. And I think I got this right. You got to meet Patrick Dempsey too.
Oh yeah, I've met Patrick Dempsey at the Dempsey Challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I met him twice.
Yeah, I was on. Actually, Ashley, I shared a stage with McDreamy. Yeah, that was a real thing one time. Joan London was there, and he was there, and we were at the kids' race where the kids get to kind of wear a costume and run. And I was doing announcements, pointing out the chicken costumes, talking about the Iron Man and the different Marvel costumes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Joan London and Patrick Dempsey walk on stage. They didn't have microphones, so Michelle and I just was like, well, here you go. And so Patrick Dempsey used my microphone. That's what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Because he valued. I don't know.
He the first year I did the Dempsey Challenge, because we were all done with the race and stuff, and you know how they give like free lunches or whatever. So me and my friend were just sitting there having free lunch, and he was coming to with the parade because there's like a little parade thing.
Yeah.
And he was coming, and my friend goes, he's coming. So I yelled Patrick like 3 times. Didn't think he heard me. He waved at me. Then he jumped the fence. He literally jumped the fence, and I think he got in trouble by his crew or whatever. But like he took a picture. I'm like, can you take a picture of me real quick? And here I am shaking, like And he took a picture of me real quick. I didn't even get to say bye to him because he was like,
so quick.
They whisked
How
him
cool
away
is
so
that,
quick.
though? How awesome is that? That's the kind of guy he is, right? That he stops and says hi to people, and you
And
see that
jump the
every
fence.
year. Yeah. Jump the fence, though. Man, you need a T-shirt that says Patrick Dempsey jumped a fence for me.
And then
Who else can say that? Nobody.
no one could say
Yeah.
that. And then the second year, I was with my grandmother, and we were like just wheezing our way up to the front.
Yeah.
And he recognized me. He knew he recognized me. I'm like, hey, can I take a picture with you? And I was like, he's like, yeah. So
They did a backflip over a wall. Yeah. Landed perfectly.
cool.
Yeah.
So I got to meet him twice. I mean, how many people can say that?
That's really cool. I'm not me. I've only met him that one time. Where he got to use my microphone.
Yeah, where you get to use a microphone. So
That's super cool. That's an awesome story. And you know what? He does it every year. There's a chance still
Yeah.
that you meet him a third time. And you're talking about that ring, third time's a charm. So
yeah, I think he's back together with his wife. I don't think that's.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, go for the gold. Go for the gold.
Is there any famous singers that you want to meet someday?
Oh man, I've met a few through the radio.
I know that must be the coolest part of your job.
It is. Sometimes it is, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm as big a fan as some of the fans that listen.
Yeah.
Like I got to hang out and meet Kelsey Ballerini, who is super nice girl. But like, I don't, I know of her, but like, I'm not the girl sitting at home right now with the Kelsey Ballerini album and the posters and the obsessiveness,
Yeah.
And that girl would be like head over heels to be there. Meanwhile, I'm just there like, hey, what's going on? She's cool. I'm cool. Everything was fine. If I wanted to meet a singer, I don't even know. I don't even know who
or an actor. Or
can I choose a dead one?
Yes, you may.
I feel like Prince was pretty cool. I feel Prince was really talented, and I really appreciate someone who's good on a guitar. So that would have been an interesting conversation, just to talk guitar with someone like that. Yeah, that's my answer. That's my
cool.
answer, officially, yeah.
That's cool. How does it feel to be engaged?
It feels a lot like being not engaged. It's almost exactly the same, actually, except that when I see Stacy now, there's just this magical shiny rock on her hands.
Yeah.
And I still catch her looking at it sometimes, which is fun, which is nice, which is a nice thing, right? Because you want her to look at it. You know, it should be a reminder, like, hey, that's me. You know, every time. So it's great, and it's cool. It's really no different. I mean, the worst part about getting engaged, which there's not much bad to it, the worst part is posting it on Facebook.
Yeah, because then it's Facebook official.
Yeah, because once it's Facebook official, it's just like your phone dies every 20 minutes trying to keep up with all the comments, and then you like have to go through and like everyone's thing and like smiley face and heart and figure out which one to do. I liked it. It was just a thumbs up. I was like, boop, 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 done. But meanwhile, it's 2 a.m. and I'm getting notifications because I got engaged 4 days ago. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's Facebook official now.
Yeah, Facebook official is more official than real life sometimes, isn't it?
Apparently. Well, I'm so happy for you. And
Thank you.
I'm happy that you came on the show again.
Yeah, me too.
Can't believe it's been almost a year.
Yeah, about a year and 4 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me back on here. This was fun.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
I have so much fun talking to you about country. And may I be honest right now?
Yeah.
I'm not really a country fan.
You're not a country fan? And so I made country interesting for you?
Just to Luke Bryan.
Oh, man. I got to tell my boss that. They're not paying me enough, are they, Ashley? Just
I'm
agree.
just a Luke Bryan. I'm just a Luke Bryan fan. So.
Yeah.
But then when Florida Georgia Line and Backstreet Boys made a song together, oh man, did I love that song?
God, Your Mama and Me.
Yeah, I love that song.
Did you see my cover of that?
No.
A Frog, Madonna, and Me.
I did not see your cover of that.
Well, you can check it out on the Wolves Facebook page.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Because I love the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah. But anyway, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Not a problem. This was awesome. This was fun.
Would you have to do the radio show this morning and then?
Yeah, I did the radio show, and they were like, hey, Paul, we need your help with blah, 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 blah. And I just left. I said, no, Awesome Ashley show, guys. I told you already. It's at 11. I need to go right now.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, shut them down.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I got to catch up with Paul. Anyway, bye.
Ashley asked me if I'd write her a song, so I wrote her a song for her awesome show. Her show is cool and it's lots of fun, so get your popcorn ready, everyone. Who will she interview on her show today? The Jonas Brothers or Nick Lachey?